Okay, hi everybody. Before I start my Heroquest campaign videos, I thought what I'd do is in between each campaign I'd show you some of the figures I'm going to be using in these games. So as you know, I'm going to be using Games Workshop painted figures and the Dwarven Forge scenery to make the dungeons up. So the first lot of figures I'm going to show you before I start my campaign is going to be the green skins, or the cannon fodder basically. You're going to see a lot of these in the quests at the start. The further on we go through the quests, there's going to be more, well, it's going to be different types of orcs and other types of figures that I'm going to be using, but I'm not going to show you those yet. I'm going to leave them for a later date. Don't want to show you everything at once. So these are the green skins, as I said, which is mainly the Goblins and the Orcs that I'm going to be using, with a few specialist characters in there as well. So first things first, the smaller denizens of the dungeon, which are the Goblins. I've got several different types. These are the Goblin Regiment from Games Workshop. So I've got some with spears and shields, also some with bow and arrow, and I have some night goblins. So I'll just show you a couple. Show you some of the spearmen first. Hopefully the camera will focus on them. Here we go. Not bad painted. These aren't painted by me. I had them done by a company in Poland. None of my figures are the same. They're all different, which is what I try to do. I don't want two figures the same if I can help it. So there are subtle differences between them. So that's the spearmen. Here's some with bow and arrow. Obviously these are ones that will be able to attack you from a distance, so it might be better to try and take some of these out before you take out the ones with the spears. I'll show you another one with a helmet on. Those are basic paint jobs. Also I've got a little captain here, like a hero, a goblin hero. And another type, different type, with like a headdress going on there. Also I have night goblins, which are these guys. These are going to be harder to kill than the normal goblins, so these will appear a little bit later on in the dungeons, in the quests. So you won't face these at the start. And with them I've got a standard bearer, and I've got a champion as well, and also one of the main goblins is the goblin shaman. This is a metal figure, whereas most of the others are all plastic, so there's going to be magic involved. Moving on to the orcs, I've got a standard little orc warband. Again, all different. Got a little bit of armour on, a couple of weapons in their hands. Again, not painted by me. I'll show you another different type. I have done videos on all these figures before on my second channel, which is my main channel, which is Lycan of the Underworld. So that's Lycan space of the Underworld. If you want to see all the figures that I've got, just check out that channel and it shows you everything that I've got to date. If you can't wait on this channel to see them all. And then I have 3 of these metal archers, goblin archer, orc archers. I believe I bought these on eBay from a guy in China, and here's a champion. I do have other types of orc, but I will show you them at a later date. And just thrown in for good measure, not 100% sure I'm going to use these in the game yet, but they will be used, and obviously they're going to be used at a later quests, is the Goblin Spider Riders. I've got 5 of these, again all different coloured. Here's the champion. These are plastic. So there you go, that's just a few of the figures that you'll be seeing. In the first quests, mainly you'll be seeing these little goblins and the cannon fodder orcs. You probably won't see, you're definitely not going to see these guys just yet, or these spider riders. And the archers, orc archers, will probably appear a little bit later as well. But that's just a little taster of some of the figures that I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do now is I might set up and do a quest. I'll film a little quest, and then when I've done that, I will probably post another video of some other figures that I'm going to be using, and that's the way this is going to go. It's going to be figures, quest, and so on and so on. Quests will get more elaborate as we go along. So each quest, the first quest is going to be very, very basic, just to show you the basic rules that I use and how it's played. And then it gets harder as it goes along. So until my next video, as always, thanks for watching. Got 2 subscribers on this channel. I have 120 subscribers on my main channel. I didn't really want to do all these on that main channel, that's why I set up a separate channel purely for gamers. So until the next video, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.